following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, great. I really appreciate you and Tommy. You do a great job, great work, and I really appreciate it. I watch you every day.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, man. Let's go to Sylvia in Tampa. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I want to tell you thank you so much for the advice you gave me on dust yesterday. I exited when you told me, and I made a healthy profit for a very short period. So thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We're here 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF. I have Olivia Grace with me today.
Hi.
That's right. And Olivia is shadowing me. It's a beautiful thing. And we've had a great day, folks. We're going to tell you about it. But first, we're going to do a agreement. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means you take action on your ideas. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 230, NASDAQ off 138, S&P's down 31, gold contract down $15.20, trading at $12.09 an ounce. We had silver down 27 cents, $14.15 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 42 cents, $60.25 a barrel. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year note up 11 ticks, 118.04, 30-year up 25 ticks, 137.21, and King Dollar up 210 ticks, trade 96.760. The euro is at 113.32 to 1 US dollar. The yen is trading out here at 113.81 to 1 US dollar. So Olivia's been shadowing me today, and now what we did all day, folks, is that we were basically doing development inside the real estate business, and we'll show you the houses that we built. We were with the buyer for an hour and a half today. It was pretty cool. Now, though, we're going to bring it through the market. So inside the market, you get bulls and bears, okay? Now, when it's all red like that, the bulls don't like it because they want it green. The bears like it. Now, I'm thinking that the market's going to go down another leg, okay? But I think it's going to go up first. So what happens with that? So my book, The Art of Time in the Trade, it's all about price and volume, okay? And what happens, so it's supply and demand. And what we have here is that, you know, we went up, if we're taking a look at this, the volume's down on the left-hand side, the price is up at the top. So we went up with volume. We went up with 102 million shares on Wednesday, while we're still pulling back with light volume. So my take on that, folks, is that, yes, we still are going into higher price. And we'll see how that shakes out next week. Now, what does happen, this is a long weekend. The banks are closed for Veterans Day, folks, on Monday. The market, however, is going to be opened, okay? So, now, tell the folks about yourself. What year are you in?
So I'm a freshman, 9th grade, in the Excel program at Largo High.
Yeah.
And our requirements for passing Excel, you have to have a 2.0 GPA, and you have to have 2 shadow dates out of each year. And the shadow dates aren't necessarily to, like, find your career, but they're to see your, likes and dislikes.
To understand
any career, yeah.
Okay, cool. And so this really lined up well, folks, because this is pretty wild how this came down. We were talking last night, no, the night before, no, last night, right? And Olivia had said that, yeah, she's going to shadow, and at first we were trying to get the vet, right?
A veterinarian or a forensic chemist.
Right. And she ended up with me. So as you're looking on the right-hand side, if you're watching Tiger TV, bottom line, you know that we're in the real estate business. We build a lot of houses in St. Pete. This happens to be one of them that we're changing a whole neighborhood. And we just put this up for sale about 6 weeks ago. And we had a buyer in there today. And it was pretty cool, folks, because what ends up happening is that we can build really great houses. And it's much better when someone knows what a house is all about. And tell them about this woman.
She was really, 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 really thorough.
Yeah.
And she picked every little thing out, and she wanted to make sure that she was getting what she wanted.
The value, yeah. And you know what's so cool? So what happens, folks, is that we have this house. We got 2 more right down the street, and the other one's down the street. He's still getting finished, so we brought it from that house. Right, we were with him about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We bring it from that house, and then we bring it down the street. And this woman was so cool that she wanted to go up and see the installation, right?
Everything.
Everything. So guess what?
She went up.
Yeah, she went up, saw the installation, whole ball of wax. And as Olivia and I are talking, so she's interviewing me, right, as to, okay, number one, what does it take to do it, right? And I was explaining to her that, you know, bottom line is that, you know, you get the plans, you know, you better be good in math and engineering, basically, you know, when you're doing this. And then I was explaining to her, well, yeah, you know, you can build these things, but then if you're going to be a developer, what happens is you need the finance part of it, too. And the way that, you got to love how life works, because this is really so unusual. So simultaneously what was going on is that you know that we have the first mortgage program. Well, I was closing a first mortgage, too. So then what did we do then? We went from her, that lady, and then what do we do next?
Where did we go? What did we do?
The attorney's office.
We went to the attorney's office.
Right. So we went to the attorney's office, got a mortgage, did a mortgage, and then what's going to happen, which is really cool, is that this woman's actually serious about buying it. They're buying it for their son. And so the husband, I'm meeting with the husband again tomorrow, you know. So it's going to be, it's
promising.
Yeah, it was definitely promising, wasn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. So tell me about, like, all the kids in the class. The shadowing, you just pick someone out, you shadow it, and then, well, what do you have to do with it? Because you were taking all the literature, right?
So first you have to figure out what education it takes. You have to figure out benefits, disadvantages, salary, and then you basically find out every little, like, nook and cranny of the career. And you put it on a poster board and you present to your class. And then part of everyone else's grade is to ask you questions and quiz you on what you shadowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And do you know that before? Do you know what they oh, they just tell you there, and then you get asked the question?
So you present, and then they ask you questions. And that's part of your and their grade.
Okay, okay. Yeah. And so when we were originally doing this, we figured we were going to do both, but it's pretty cool. It kind of worked out in the aspect of it, you know.
It's all like a streamlined thing.
Yeah.
It all ties together.
Yeah, and it definitely does tie together, and that's what really makes this so cool in general. So we're going to be going back at, to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The husband's coming in, and cross the fingers, what could be really cool here is that that's going to be the full circle. Hey, you stay right there, folks. Olivia and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 182. NASDAQ is off 123. S&Ps are off 26. Olivia and I are coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Jason Path has just launched his weekly newsletter, The Quantitative Edge, available only at TFNN.com. Right now, you can sign up for Jason's outstanding weekly report, including midweek updates whenever warranted, with a 30-day money-back guarantee included, so you have nothing to risk. Jason develops his trade recommendations by creating an ensemble of predictive and mathematical models trained on data by leveraging a variety of techniques, including market-based computer simulations. Jason then combines these sophisticated predictive and analytical models with deeply researched macro outlooks to identify opportunities in a number of different markets for traders to act on. Whether you're looking to trade futures, equities, commodities like crude oil and gold, forex, or cryptos, Jason covers it all. Sign up for Jason Path's weekly trading newsletter right now by visiting the front page of TFNN.com, and you'll find the Quantitative Edge under the Newsletters tab. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Living Grace, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So, Dow right now is down 198. You get the NASDAQ off 128. S&Ps are down 27. So, inside the Tiger's Den here, that's the Tiger's Den. So, we have a Tiger's Den, folks, a trading room. If you haven't test-driven it yet, great trading room. Check it out right on the website. We get a question about Great Panther. Now, Great Panther, it's a silver stock. The low is 54 cents. The high is $1.45. Now, this is an equity that has been going down for a long time, Olivia. And what I had done a workshop for the gold report on gold and silver in general. And what I really got to see is that silver was much weaker than gold. Okay, that being said, this equity here, for, bottom line is that it's been going down a long period of time. Now, what has happened is that it got a sign of strength today. So what a sign of strength is in the outer time of the trade is that you have accelerated volume and price spread, okay? And that's what it got, and that's what it needs, folks, okay? Because it's definitely, this was weaker than the rest of them, but it got a sign of strength right at the right time. I mean, I'll pull this back, and we'll just put this on 10 years versus, and what you're going to see, this baby coming right back into that 50-cent area, that's where it took off, in 2016. We went from 50 cents up to 225. So it's a start. That's the real bottom line. There's no news on it also. So what that does mean, though, is that we have a buyer. And the cool thing about this, Mike and folks, that if you're looking at Great Panther, is that this is a sign of strength in a down day in the gold market. So that would be called divergence. That you have gold going down. And it's like, okay, why is someone going to buy a gold stock when you get gold going down? It's because they think that there's a value inside of Great Panther at this particular price. Because even though the stock was 56 cents, Great Panther, bottom line, still takes in 82 million a year. That wouldn't be bad, right? But then you got to take it to the bottom line. So big numbers. So when we talk about shadowing, right? I know, like career-wise, right? I know you're still really young to think that whole thing through, but tell them about singing, tell them about guitar, tell them what you really like to do.
So I've liked singing my whole life, and I love singing. It's what I do in my free time. It's
Right, and
basically
she's
the only
amazing,
thing I do in my
folks.
free time.
She's sung by herself in front of like hundreds of people.
Yeah, I performed in front of my whole 7th grade class.
Right.
Not my class, like my actual class, like the whole 7th grade, for my guitar concert. It was really nerve-wracking.
With everyone else, though, too. We were
Yeah.
all there, too. It just wasn't just a class. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was like everybody and their parents.
Right, right.
And I play guitar, and I used to play piano, but I'm really into singing. Music's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then, of course, you know you got to make money too, though, right?
Yeah,
So you got to
yeah.
figure out a way. Like I was explaining to Olivia, folks, that our plan here at TFNN, the way we make money through advertising and then selling newsletters. So you always got to make sure that you have a cash flow coming in because, you know, on the balance sheet, right? You get your cash coming in, your cash going out. And when we were picking up the mail, it was pretty funny, folks, because I said to her, I says, okay, you got to make sure you pick up the mail. Most of the time, it's just bills, but you never know. There's going to be checks in there, too.
Yep.
Yeah. So going forward, what do you think, you know, how do you think this is going to play out in the next few years? What are you thinking?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm going to shadow a few more times.
Yeah.
I have 2 shadows each year of high school.
Okay.
And I'm going to finish out all 4 years of high school through Excel.
Right.
So I'm going to have a total of
That's good.
6 shadow dates.
6 more. Well,
8 more.
8
more.
Yeah, 8 in total, right.
And I get to see what I like, what I don't like.
Yeah.
Like,
And what is your school like? You know,
it's brand new.
Yeah.
It's like completely brand new. I think it's 4 years old.
okay.
They just redid it.
There's a huge amount of kids, right?
Yeah, it's like a college campus, actually.
Right.
And Excel is like a segregated section.
Okay.
And there's also IB,
Yeah.
which is like a more, I wouldn't say advanced,
Yeah.
but like they're more like intricate with their work and their projects.
And you got a great football team, right?
Yeah, yeah. We win like every game we play.
They've always had a great football team. And, you know, we're talking in Florida. Florida football, man, is a whole different ball game. You know, pretty amazing. So what are some of your friends thinking?
Well, my friends. Depends. There's 2 different groups.
Okay.
There's the mainstream group of friends and
Yeah.
the Excel group of friends. My Excel group of friends obviously have like a outlook on where they want to go because they're in
Okay.
a career choosing
Right.
program.
Okay.
Mainstream kids, I don't really know because all of my classes are
Yeah.
with the same kids because of
Right.
the program I'm in.
That's pretty good. You gotta love it. Okay, we're gonna take a few. So what we're gonna do now is this. We're gonna go. You're gonna probably know this. Yelp. So what Yelp is, you know, like when you're using Uber Eats and all these things, right? Okay, we should talk about that. Let's talk about Uber Eats. Oh my God. So Yelp, honey, what Yelp is that this is reviewing all the websites, right? Well, you can see this stock's down $10 today, $33, right? The low for the is $29, the high is $52. So first, if we look at this on a chart, you can see that, you know, if you owned this yesterday, you know, it was at $45, now it's at $33, so it's pretty bad. So what happened here is that they came out with their numbers. So every quarter, every 90 days, these public companies have to come out with their numbers, and so they got to tell their investors how much money they made, right? And in this particular case, their advertising went down dramatically. And what's going to be really interesting here to see, like, okay, why did that happen? And, you know, as analysts inside the business, they will dig into that and try to figure out, you know, why that would happen. Now, if we go to McDonald's for a second, let me show you something. Because what I saw, even when you and Ellie were basically really start doing the Uber Eats, right? I could see that, wow, this is pretty amazing that McDonald's in 2 seconds, right? And so watch the chart. This is how much more money that they've made in general, folks. McDonald's, that's when they really start taking off, that when Uber Eats really come along. I mean, look at that chart, just all the way up. So the higher that chart goes, the more that the stock is worth money.
Wow.
Isn't that wild? And so,
wild.
and that's because, what, you can jump right on your phone.
It takes like not even 15 minutes to get to your house.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you use McDonald's a lot?
Mostly, yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what other one do you use?
Thai Bay.
Thai
is a
Bay,
big
near
one,
us.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But you can see the difference. What has happened is that the Uber Eats has changed the whole dynamics of the restaurant business in general.
Yeah.
You know. Now, you want to see the king dog out here? So what the king dog is that who's ruling the world? Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Amazon, so that's $719. Amazon had a high of $2,000. Now, when you're looking at a chart, watch this. I'm going to bring this back 20 years. And if you want to see how you can get really rich, if you can get 1 or 2 stocks in your life, and just in 2009, Amazon was $73, and that's $1,700. And this,
what?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, you know what we're going to do next? We're going to interview Dave White. Dave White's a tech guy. So every Friday, 3:30 to 4, we're going to get a tech education. How's that? You ready?
Yep.
You stay right there, folks. Livy and I are coming right back. We're going to get on there, Mr. Dave White on. We are going to be we're going to be talking technology. Coming right back, folks.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today. TFNN has put together the best lineup of live content for traders by traders every market day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected minds in the business. TFNN broadcasts 5 days a week, live from 8:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Every morning at 8:30 a.m., Jason Paff starts things off with his program, The Morning Market Kickoff. At 9 a.m., Larry Pezzamento breaks down the market for the opening bell with Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Nadex Options Hour, followed at 11 a.m. by the team at TD Ameritrade and Thinkorswim with Fast Market. Basil Chapman hosts the Tiger Technicians Hour at noon, Steve Rhodes at 1 p.m. with the Trader's Edge, Dave White at 2 p.m. with the Power Trading Hour, and Tom O'Brien anchors the daily lineup from 3 till 5 as host of the Tom O'Brien Show. Tune in to TFNN's Tiger TV on your computer or mobile device, and you can always find us streaming on YouTube. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Olivia Grace, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us. If you just joined us, Olivia has been shadowing me all day. We've been having a blast. She's been getting smart. I've been getting smart. It's a beautiful thing. Now we're going to go to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 30 past the hour. Don't forget, folks, Dave does an outstanding show right here at TFNN every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Dave also has 2 great newsletters. He has the Tech Insider as well as the Path of Least Resistance. You can come over to our website at TFNN, check both of them out. And I had said to Olivia just a little bit earlier, you know, it's been a great day. The stars are definitely with us. And now Dave's coming on. And, you know, bottom line is that, you know, we talk about different things. But now what we're going to be talking about, first to fold. And, of course, cell phones. I mean, your generation, a few more above you, you got them tied there. Dave White, what's going on?
First to fold, and Samsung did show off their new prototype of their folding display. Basically, this is a cell phone that's kind of like the old clam cell phones.
Okay.
But it's more like a book, right?
I see. Okay.
So folded, it looks like a regular phone. It's got a display on the outside of the phone, so you can see who's calling, and you can use it like a regular phone.
Really?
But it's twice as thick. But then you open it up like a book, and it's got a huge display like a tablet.
Wow.
So with most people really using their phone today as almost everything that they do.
There's no, the phone, Olivia, I mean, that is your computer, right? Even though you got a tablet.
Yeah, I have a MacBook. But...
Right, right.
Yeah, you'll probably have a MacBook, but you might have had a tablet. You may be somebody on the road all day long. And of course, you need to have something where you can actually see something bigger than a small hand cell phone. And this, I've always wanted a tablet that had my cell phone in it, just so I didn't have to have multiple devices. I still have a Amazon Fire tablet that I kind of use as the remote for Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Yes.
But you know, if I'm out on the road, I'd certainly want to be able to do a lot more in the way of typing and do other things as a small laptop. It really looked slick, and this was the developers conference with Google too.
Okay.
So Google came out and talked about how
that's right, because they get the Android device, right? I mean, that's
right.
Android.
It's going to be the Android operating system on it. So they talked about what it would take to support it, and apparently all the hooks have been in there for the last year already. And if people were writing software the way that Google and the Android team told them, it will just work.
Wow.
So it's not going to be one of these things, but they are going to add some new features in the API for programmers to actually use maybe the bigger interface for other things, and maybe make some specialized software to put on that for maybe something more like what you see in Skype, right? Where you have a lot more options than you do just in a regular phone.
Now, when are they going to come out with this, Dave?
I am guessing, because they did not say, but most of what the rumor and scuttlebutt is they will show off the official device on February 7th.
Okay.
That's the first day of the Barcelona trade show in Spain, where everybody shows off all the new phones for the springtime. And that starts, I think, February 7th. Generally, they'll show new products then, and then you got about 2 weeks to 3 weeks before you actually can have one in your hand. So first of March,
Apple's gonna have some real competition here, man.
Well, of course, Apple buys 3/4 of its displays from Samsung, and the other fourth from LG.
Okay.
So the question is whether or not anybody else has got this technology down. There have been some smaller companies that have tried with this foldable stuff, but it's hard to beat the economies of scale that Samsung has and the billion-dollar factories.
Could you imagine folding a phone in half? I know. It's hard to comprehend, actually, right? Do you know what I mean? That you can actually fold that in half. Yeah.
Well, they've been showing it for, I think we talked about this first time almost 4 years ago, and they've slowly developed it. A lot of technology. Takes a while to get it right, and manufacturing and quantities get yield out. But apparently they think that they've made that. But for me, it would just be great. I'd get rid of the tablet I have and have one device that actually I can take with me and use as a tablet or as a thing. Now, the question is, what level of pressure does this put on Apple? They, of course, have been working very hard for almost 3.5, 4 years now to build their own technology hardware division from Austin all the way up the interstate to almost Dallas.
You mean not to use Samsung as much for their parts?
Right. And part of it is, in fact, a company got bought out today, was Finistar, was one of the ones they gave $400 million to do the, if I'm remembering right, to do the fingerprint sensor.
I see. Okay.
And so, in fact, they just got like $400 million from them a day or two ago from Apple. So there are a lot of other companies down in that range that they're going after. But yes, they want to be able to build a phone that no one can instantly go somewhere else and buy the exact same piece of hardware. And
that's going to get intriguing, because so what he's talking about is that even though Apple, you have an Apple phone, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of the parts inside of that are made by Samsung, and Samsung is one of the largest phone companies in the world. So it is really wild that, basically Samsung has it both ways, man, which is pretty cool, right? And that's what Apple's trying to get rid of, trying to minimize, right?
Right. Now, I am assuming, since they've been so quiet and tight-lipped about this technology, they haven't made it available to Apple yet. I think especially women tend to carry their cell phones in their purse, so they're not as really worried about the size of it, where guys put it in their front pocket. So this may even be something that women like more than men in the fact, but both, I think it's a good thing where you can actually have a tablet and a cell phone, and who knows what new software is going to come out with this new format. But that's what this week was all about with their developer conference.
I'm not sure if anyone carries it in their purse anymore, man. Everyone gets
back pockets.
Yeah, it's the back pocket is like
or just hand.
Yeah, or just hand. It's because when you go, I mean, yeah, interesting, man. Yeah. So when the phone is folded, Dave, how big is it?
It's about twice as thick as a regular phone.
Oh, just twice as thick. But is it like, I got a Samsung right here. I got a 9, right?
Yeah.
So,
and on the outside of it, you have a display.
Cool.
So it looks like your phone right now. If you want to lay it on your table and you're watching for a text message to come across, you see those on the outside display.
Okay.
And then if you open it up, you've got a copy of that display, but now there's twice as much desktop space, and there's no seam in the center like having two monitors put together. It just is one continuous screen. So it is what I've been waiting for. Let me put it that way. So I'm pretty hot.
I think Olivia's waiting for it too, but you'll need an Apple one for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, stay right there, folks. Olivia, Dave, myself will come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the path of least resistance under Trading Newsletters. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 135. The Nasdaq is down 134. S&Ps are down 22. Let me just show you something, Olivia. So market-wise out here, folks, what you're looking at, so the S&P is important to look at because that is what the 500 largest stocks in our market. And what has happened here coming into the close is that it's come back up almost 20 points. So probability-wise, what happens there is that this market still does want to go higher. So when we started this program, we look at that bar, that was down to 2764. Right now we're at 2787. So remember at the beginning I said, hey, you know, I think this thing was going to bounce. Bottom line is that that's saying that your probability gets a little bit better that next Monday or Tuesday we may get a bounce. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking technology. And, of course, Dave, as soon as you put up the sign Alexa, of course, Olivia absolutely knows Alexa, right?
Definitely.
Right. You know, the first thing she says to me, she says, you know, I don't know if I trust this Alexa because Amazon is so big now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's been like controversy about like Alexa being like part of the government and stuff.
Yeah, well, just watching you, right?
Hearing you.
Talk to us, Dave. Hearing you, yeah. You know what Dave used to do? You know, Dave is the ultimate, and this is so real. He did this before anyone always worried about this. He would always tell us, right? I don't know how many years ago you told me that, Dave. Tell her what you do. I mean, you know, covering the cameras, because he realized, he's a software programmer anyway, because he realized that that was real. Before,
I mean, covering the camera on your tablet and your phone and your phone, because everybody is looking and watching at you. I remember everybody laughed at me for the first year until the FBI guy said he did the same thing.
No, so. Listen, and you know, and folks, if you've you know, depending on when you've joined TFNN, it was the same thing. It's like sometimes we'd say, oh man, come on, really? But guess what? It's so real. It's unbelievable, you know?
Yeah.
So talk to us about this, Alexa.
Right. There's this kind of frenemies, friends and enemies, kind of mushed together. Amazon, of course, bought or is using all the technology, licensing it for Microsoft.
Okay.
So there's this kind of frenemy thing for Alexa.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Right.
So Alexa is Microsoft software?
Yeah, it's all Cortana.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's a trip. Okay.
Microsoft spent about $3.5 billion getting Cortana and Alexa up.
Okay.
Over 10 years. So it was a long-term project. And when they got to the point where they were ready to release it, they thought, well, this is great, and it'll be in our Windows 10 operating system, but we need some way to actually extremely monetize it. And they couldn't come up with a good idea, so they went over to Amazon and said, what do you have? And they said, well, we've been thinking about putting these things in Alexa, but, you know, we need, you know, they needed a lot of work to get what they had up.
Okay.
So it was one of these kind of shotgun marriages of Amazon and Microsoft getting together. But yeah, I think now I think Microsoft says they spent about $4 billion getting the voice recognition technology up and running. not only in English, of course, there's, I think they support like 20, 25 languages.
Okay.
But you can get Alexa now in Windows 10. You can download the app and have it on your Windows PC too. And of course, the idea is that you're going to be able to use all the Windows and Windows Office products along with Alexa as part of it. So you'll be able to talk to Alexa and do things like bring up your Word document or search for things. Especially,
I guess it's just getting used to it, right? It's just us getting used to it. Because on my computer right now, I can do that, and it pops up on the right-hand side, folks, and says, can I help you? I just haven't got used to doing it yet. And I guess everyone that's using Amazon, we got used to using the dot, saying, hey, put on this, put on that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, not only does Amazon got this deal with Microsoft, but Amazon made a deal today with Apple. So you'll be able to buy iPhones, iPads, and watches and everything they sell directly from Amazon too. So
wow.
Amazon continues to kind of wiggle its way into just about everywhere that you can find a reason to be in it. I think Amazon really Amazon gets a lot more out of Microsoft than Microsoft does. But on Apple, there's been kind of a big long-term war between Amazon and Apple about selling their products. And it's kind of interesting to see that they've now maybe this is because Apple's had a little problem meeting results lately and needs
at my
the ability to sell things a little more easily.
They go crazy over like earbuds and earpods.
Okay.
The new AirPods for the iPhones. They're like Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
They've never sold them on Amazon, and so kids would always lose their headphones, and that's their only pair of Apple headphones.
Right.
And like Apple stores are only like international mall, so you can't like order them online.
And so everyone's so used to it. What Olivia's saying, Dave, is that the kids are going crazy that they can't order them, but now they're going to be able to, right? Yeah. So that's a big deal. Yeah. It would seem, Dave, that there's no doubt that Amazon's so big right now. If you're Apple, it's like, hey man, you want move products? I can move products for you. Yeah, and there's factual on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Well, anyway, under the heading of frenemies, friends and enemies, that occasionally make deals when it makes sense on both sides of them.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now, one of the other bigger things going on here in the very near future, in fact, going to be first quarter of 2019, is VW. Of course, they've been under fire for that diesel thing for a while. But they will have 3 vehicles under $23,000 as EVs launched in Europe in the first quarter of next year.
EV, folks, an electric vehicle. Yep.
Right.
Wow.
And they're saying that they'll be able to sell 10 million of these in its first wave of
That's a very inexpensive price, man. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, if they've not been and spent a lot of time in Europe, really don't understand that. I mean, you can fit all of Europe in Texas, or at least Western Europe, right? It's just not that big. If you put all the countries together, it pretty much is just a little bit, maybe 10 or 20 million more people than we have in the United States. So Russia's big. China's huge.
Yeah.
Europe, really not that big, and just the population, I don't know, 20, 30 billion or a million more than we have here in the United States. So it's not all that big. So if you're going to drive somewhere, it's probably going to be within 10 or 20 miles. And if not, you've got, a rail system that literally goes everywhere, and you buy a pass. You can ride anywhere you want for the rest of the month for whatever it is, $35 or something. So most people don't go and take long trips. They take short trips. And of course, both in the UK and in many of the bigger cities of Europe, they're going to outlaw diesels in the major metropolitan area for air quality issues. So there's probably a very good chance that they will be selling a lot of these EVs. To me, everybody talks about Tesla. To me, it is what happens when all these big manufacturers do start cranking these cars out, and at $23,000 compared to $40,000, which is your first level at Tesla. $23,000, I'm probably not going to sweat it that much.
No.
Especially if you got to replace the batteries in 5-7 years. Maybe the batteries are $5,000 out of that. I'd be a lot more worried. But if you're not paying that much up front, then maybe battery replacement isn't as big a deal.
Stay right there, folks. Dave, Olivia, and myself, we're coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down $160. Nasdaq's off 120. S&Ps are off 25. We're coming right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Olivia Grace, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling out here. And we want to wish all the Marines, so it's the Marine Corps birthday tomorrow. So all the Marines, we want to wish happy birthday tomorrow. It's Veterans Day on Monday, folks, okay? So we want to wish all the veterans a great...
So isn't your birthday the day after
No,
the Marines?
my birthday's today.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
See, you know, it's folks, I do have it made. This has been a great day, but I always love it because I'm the 9th, the Marine Corps birthday is the 10th, Veterans Day is the 11th.
It's all you.
I got it all weekend, man. It's a beautiful thing. And I had Olivia with me all day. We had a blast. We also made money, and we'll find out how much money tomorrow morning. But this thing might close. I think it's gonna. So it's gonna be big. And then we got to talk with you, Dave. So
yeah, that's good.
That's a beautiful thing. So here, the last one, cut the cord. Talk to us about cutting the cord.
Comcast is getting ready to get rid of cable boxes and going to make basically a streaming set-top box. So it would be always on-demand product and give you access to Amazon Prime or Netflix or Stars or all the other streaming services coming in. But a great deal of people, in fact, I've seen this with Spectrum down here in Florida. because I had to go into the local office, which is now just off 19 down here. And I mean, there's a ton of people. I mean, long lines of people turning in their boxes.
Yeah.
So I think that we've reached that kind of tipping point where a lot of people just aren't using it much for anything other than maybe news or something like that. And they're watching on demand instead of waiting for the standard cable fare out there.
You never watch TV, right?
No, not really.
Right.
I watch Netflix.
Yeah, when you see, it's Netflix, Amazon Prime. I mean, mostly Netflix in the house, right?
Mostly Netflix and YouTube.
Right. And YouTube, yeah.
YouTube's a big one.
YouTube rules.
Yeah.
Dave, thanks
Happy
so much.
birthday.
Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it. Step into it, take ownership, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. Go get them, folks. Tell them bye.
Bye.
We'll be back Monday, folks.
Larry Pesavento has his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.